I remember Rafat, who was the poet, right? Who wrote "If I Must Die, Let It Be a Tale." Yeah, who
That'd
Barry
be a
Weiss.
good poem to read.
Yep. This is one of the uncommitted leaders, Abbas Al-Wahi. He's doing a sit-in, I think, in front of the convention until his demands are met. And then he also tweeted this: "No is not an acceptable answer. Please reconsider. We're being extremely reasonable. I am waiting for the call from the vice president's team. I can't go anywhere until the vice president agrees to have a Palestinian American speak from the stage. I'm waiting for the call." I think that's a really powerful image, to be honest. Like, I mean,
Then the answer is no.
they're not. I would not be. I mean, the Democrats don't want to highlight a weakness for themselves. That's what they're thinking, but it's wrong.
It's the convention of interest.
Yeah.
Who do you have on tomorrow?
We are having one of the uncommitted delegates on tomorrow, Daniel Denver. I was.
He tweeted out, I think, that that Carter's grandson was walking by him, saw he had a keffiyeh on, and gave him a fist bump. I mean, that is. I mean, I mentioned that only because I think that's indicative of what's going on there. I mean, you have certainly a large majority of Democrats want, at the very least, military aid conditioned upon Israel's behavior. They want the Leahy law enforced. And that's the thing that's so sort of like frustrating, I think, for people, that there's a pressing issue where you have overwhelming Democratic support. There's no indication that this is going to be, you can't even hide behind the shield of it being politically expedient. I don't think they're doing enough. And as a moral matter, as an electoral matter, I don't know. And I think that's probably what their calculation is that they can, that the level of intensity or the depth or the breadth of intensity for this issue is not enough to keep people from voting for Harris at this point in terms of like the polling. What they're going to do once they become, if Harris wins, I don't think that's necessarily indicative of what they're doing now, right. But certainly is indicative of like what they're willing to risk and the moral imperative that they see with it. Well,
I mean, it's also just, do you want to go into your presidency with if she's able to win, without making just baseline humanitarian assurances to a core constituency of your party? And I don't know how she can do that. I've already said that I think that there are issues that, because of her role as vice president, that are unique to her, but it's still insufficient. And I mean, how can you not see the bravery of these uncommitted activists and like these people going through so much pain?
And the assault that's being investigated by the police against one of them because they got bashed on the head by somebody down from Pritzker. It'd be nice for some guys like that to start taking a little bit, like, see, maybe this is affecting me. Maybe all this this stuff that Pritzker gets where it's like, oh, he's kind of a meme candidate. We all love him because he's progressive. You were right next to somebody who got bashed on the head. Maybe speak out about it. But instead, I guess we'll just let the New York City or the Chicago cops do it. But Bronco March-Teach also tweeted this out. Just ran into Ro Khanna, who told me that VP Harris should pivot on the war in Gaza like Hubert Humphrey in 1968. Seems like sound advice, in my opinion. So I hope Ro Khanna, it'd be nice to reiterate that a few more times.
Yeah. I mean, that's Greg Krieg of CNN tweeting that. So it's not just... I wish, the frickin' cable news would actually cover this as opposed to just their hired reporters on Twitter or in articles, but it's all about the drama or the pageantry.
Nicola, we should be
People
clear
say-
though.
I'm sorry. Like this, the people just say that she can't go against the president. Hubert Humphrey went against the president. Why can't she go against the president?
Well, I mean, I've told you that I think there's probably concerns about having Netanyahu draw the Democrats into a quagmire where he's clearly coordinating with Trump behind the scenes. I mean, that's a real consideration. I mean,
same thing could have been said about the Vietnamese. Like, I don't know.
I don't know if the
Which
same
is what
thing
they did,
could have
frankly,
been said
because
about that.
Nixon in '68 probably didn't. He probably didn't need to tell them not to take the deal. But anyway.
No, I want her to say something. I'm just saying that
I just don't get why it's reiterated. So, like, I don't know.
it's just not uniquely the same circumstances as 68 in that same way. This is like okay, it's Oprah.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.